This conference will now be recorded.
Right. So fine. Even before starting the demo, so this is for SAP Core ABAP. With Core ABAP, I mean to say that we will be doing the below objects like reports, interfaces, conversions, enhancements, and forms. All these things will be comprising, or collectively all these objects will make us a ABAP consultant. But even before that, even before getting into all these objects, let me tell you, this course is about SAP, wherein SAP is a ERP. So before getting into ABAP, let us cover what is SAP. So even before that, we will see what an ERP is and how do we use these ERPs for helping other businesses grow rapidly, or we are helping other business to take care of the business itself entirely on a day-to-day basis. So let us start with ERP. So what do we know about ERP? Can anyone tell me if they know, or else I'll tell you. So ERP stands for Enterprise Resource and Planning. So what are enterprises? So we would have usually heard the word called enterprise regularly, right? So this is an enterprise, or this is an enterprise, or going. I mean, see, there will be some offices which are named enterprises. So what are those enterprises? They are nothing but manufacturing plants, offices, somewhere where they are creating a product, or they are supplying manpower. Anything can be an enterprise. This is a collective effort where we are creating consumable products, or we are supplying manpower to another vendor. Okay, are we clear with this term enterprise? Enterprise nothing but manufacturing factories or plants, so they are called as the enterprises. Coming to the resources, so what do we know about resource? What could be a resource in a company? We are establishing a small company or a business, so what are all the things which we can say as resource? The first thing which is a mandatory resource is money. Without money there is no business, so that is the end rule. And the thumb rule for any business would be our investment minus our investment, and then whatever sales we do be our profit. Initially we will put investment, so this is anyway negative, we will be putting in some money, and then we do sales. So if I subtract my sales from my investment, whatever I get is a profit, and vice versa. If this is coming into loss, my business is under loss, so we should not be in loss for long period of time. So for that reason we will have something called planning. But before coming to planning, let me tell you, money is a very important resource in any business, and without this there is no way that we can proceed ever in a business. So this is a thumb rule. Maybe probably there will be some businesses where initially money is not required, but for that we need to get to a stage where we can deal with other people. Like for example, I have an example wherein I saw that they are not putting money upfront, but after some transactions they are getting money. One example is a gas station in US. What they do is they first purchase gas from some vendors, and after 15 days, once they have the sales, they will share some profits with the people who have given them the gas. So this is some kind of a lease transaction, and this I saw in US. So they're not putting money upfront. These are some rare cases, maybe due to some contacts, or they would have some influence, or maybe the person is in US from the past 15-20 years, he has some contacts. So this is the model which they run upon. But usually in India or normal business, money is the primary resource. So this part is clear, right? One resource, and the other very important resource is manpower. Now, what do we mean by manpower? What is this? And how is this a resource? So, in general terms, what is a manpower? Like, who are manpower? They're nothing but the people who are working for the enterprises, correct? So, manpower is nothing but the people who are working for the company are a resource. So, we need to have some money initially, and then we also need to have people working for us. Let us consider a business. Let us consider a restaurant business. So, to set up a restaurant, first initially I need some capital, right? Initially I have some capital, and then what do I need after money? I mean, after having some capital, what is the next essential thing for me to run the restaurant business? Any guess? Whom should I hire? Whom should I hire to start a restaurant business, guys? Any idea? Just a guess. Capital or money. Then I need to hire chefs, right? So I need to have chefs. So this is the primary thing, and then after that, probably helpers, service maids, etc. I also need people, right, in the cash counter, okay, or as a manager, or to clean, to dishwash. Anything comes under manpower, okay. But the primary person should be a chef. So is this part clear for us? What is a manpower? Hello, am I audible, guys? Okay, fine. So the third important pillar for any business is machines. Coming back to the same example, if we have a restaurant and I have my people ready, I have my people ready, I have my money ready, so both are ready. Very good. Now, do I need any machinery to run my restaurant business? Yes or no? Yes, right. I need to have some utensils. I need to have the entire kitchen setup, right? I need to have utensils, kitchen setup, I need to have a desk. So probably this comes under furniture. Then I need to set up an ambience so that the people will come and sit and probably have their food. So there is ambience involved. There is some furniture involved. So all these things come under. I mean, they don't come under machinery, but the main machinery would be kitchen setup. After that, probably I may need some furniture and all, but this is secondary. The primary is always kitchen setup. So this is the primary thing. Even in manpower, chefs are the primary, and everything else will come afterwards. But for money, there is no substitute for that. We need money. So these are the three M's which are very essential in a ERP. So now we have understood something called enterprise, and after that we have also seen what is a resource. Like anything which is helping us is a resource. And in school we have learned something called natural resources, right? So my question would be like, can anyone tell me one example which is a natural resource? Any one of you? Hello.
So, do we have to speak in the mic or should we put a message in chat?
I mean, let us be interactive because see, this is not a very rocket science. Let us discuss and interact because see, coal is a natural resource, right?
Yes, sir.
Mm. Similarly, I mean, see, for governments, coal is a natural resource, but for us to start a business and to be profitable, we also need resources. So that is the only difference which I would like to make. Like these resources, money, manpower, marketing, machinery, and everything. So those comes under resources. For governments, coal and all these things are natural resources. Very good. Oil is natural.
Natural,
And
yes.
then yes, so these are all resources. Now coming to the planning. So this is also one of the core pillar in any business, because without proper planning and without proper execution, probably I may not be able to make that much profit which my other competitors are making. So my first company, when I was working for a online website, okay, the website name is Bimol. And then okay, let us not tell the names, but okay, one of those websites where they sell everything in online. My client was doing online, and he used to give discounts on 25th December specific, very specific. He used to give the discounts, and he used to follow up with us from September and October. He used to follow up, and he used to tell that people will be buying on 25th December at any cost. So the deadline of December 25th is very stringent, and we should not cross that deadlines, because they used to give something called BOPIS. The discount name is BOPIS, which means buy online and pick up in store. This is a unique kind of a discount. This is a unique kind of a discount which Brazilians or the people from Brazil use it. Same. This is called BOPIS. Okay, the application name is also BOPIS, where the person will buy online. Okay, once he buys in online, he'll get a receipt or invoice. And if they go to the store and show this invoice, they will get the goods. So maybe nowadays in India also, maybe this procedure is there. Like in DMart, there are two places where I can buy in DMart website, and then they have godowns or warehouses where I can show the receipt or invoice, and they are giving us the goods. I think probably this is to reduce the what do you call, the delay in delivery. Probably this could be. I mean, I have seen somewhere that DMart is also using the same thing. Don't know if it is Boppies, but one of the clients used to do. No, now how did he come up with this idea, Boppies? Because he wants to do most of the sales in the online website only. He wants to give the most of the discounts in online website because it will reduce the cost of the inventory. Cost of the inventory is not there. So now, for example, if I have a furniture shop, so the furniture shop is 2,500 square feet. So the rent would also be the similar. Rent also will be 60-70,000 for this one. So I have to pay rent for the landlord, and then take a very good place, and then I have to display all my furnitures online. And now, if a person is buying, I'll be able to pay the rent, or else I have to put it from my pocket. So now replace the physical furniture shop with an online furniture shop. Replace everything. Now all the everything I need to do is just click pics and display. We are clicking the pics of furniture, probably add the dimensions, everything, and then we are displaying it. Now the person will be able to choose if the furniture he is liking will be fit in his home or not. Now the customer will decide if he is taking wanting to take the risk. So either he'll buy online or he may go to the physical store, but first my client want to make them purchase in the online only, and then pick up in store. This is for what? 25th. Now all these things come under planning. Everything, whatever protocols we put, comes under planning, because planning is nothing, not about money. Planning is not about people and everything. We need to organize money and people and people efficiently. Now that's planning. Because see, even in a simple example, in cricket we have 11 people. One person is a wicket keeper, one person will be here, person will be there. It is the duty of the coach and the captain to place the people in particular position so that I'll get most benefit, right? Now that is planning, right? Similarly in business also we have something called planning, strategies, execution. So this is the reason we get discounts on festivals. This is also one kind of planning. There is something called after season sale. Now this is a planning. Some person will give 60% off on all the purchases. This is also planning. Some people will plan. Some people will plan their plans in places where they get most of the benefits. Like one planning, I'll tell you. There is a company called Nestle. I think we all know Nestle, right? For them, the main source what they want is water. The main resource what they want is water. So they will put the plants wherever there is lot of opportunities to get water. So they will put the plants in those places. So there will be some plants which are in Bangladesh because the manpower is a bit affordable. There will be some offices in Hyderabad, I mean, or India, where the manpower cost is significantly less than compared to US. So this is the software industry. That is also one kind of a planning. Some people will put software companies in India, hardware in China, and then some other plants in Bangladesh, probably. So all these things come under planning. So now, are we okay with ERP? Good with ERP, or do we have any doubts in the concept of ERP? Like, what is an ERP? Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
fine. So so this is an ERP, and these ERP softwares are being used by companies who have at least 100 or 120 crores of turnover per year, because only those people or those huge giants will be able to afford a software which itself is costing 1 crore to 30 crores. Now, coming to SAP, 19 until 1972, there were a lot of ERPs. There were already many ERPs in the market, and the businesses were very happy with that. And there were different types of ERPs as well. One for finance and one for human resource. Okay, so there were different ERPs for different clients and companies. So in 1972, a group of 5 people from IBM, what they did in Germany, what they did is they have come up with a software which revolutionizes the business. The software, whatever they have created, that name is SAP. Now they have come up with this term called SAP because they have seen some flaws in the existing ERPs, whatever were there. There were visibly some flaws. Like for example, for finance, there were some specific ERPs. For human resource, there were some specific ERPs. And the ERPs were not scalable. For example, if I'm dealing with one module, that those ERPs were only for those modules, it seems. But once SAP came, it was a revolution, to be honest. And even now people are reaping the benefits from SAP. They have come up with this SAP, which has many benefits or many features which no other ERPs have. We have ERPs called Ramco, we have ERPs in Oracle, we have ERP called Accepta by Microsoft, and also there are different ERPs, like at least 30-40 ERPs, in which SAP has 70% of the market share in the whole world. SAP has, or SAP is 70% shareholder in the ERP software in the entire world. Now, what makes SAP very unique or liked by the clients, or how is it sustaining from the past many years? Because the model, the architecture, the design, and the framework what SAP has. Now, let me tell you what all features SAP actually has. Okay, before going into SAP, let me tell you that what SAP stands for. Definition says SAP, A for applications, and then P for product. In data processing, what does SAP stands for? Systems applications, products in data processing. So the definition is not ending here. It is still saying that all these things come under something called as data processing. Like, what are all these things? Let us see one by one. So the first thing is systems, applications, and there are products. So all these things will come under something called data processing. So for very small businesses, it is understood that there will be one software which they will use for finances. For finances, they are using one software and it is going good. But when it comes to ERP, we are dealing with not only one system, there will be numerous systems which are connected, interrelated. So systems are nothing but the computers used by the client in various locations. So there will be some computers for billing, there will be some computers for there will be some systems for manufacture. For example, if you see Toyota, they have a complete system only for the what do we call manufacture. So the systems can be anything. It is not only for computer applications or something. A system can be used for manufacturing, or some systems are there for HR. Okay, but basically a computer is a essential thing. Even if you are into editing, photography or anything, you need to have one system, right, for editing or something. Even data scientists or research scholars, they also need to have a system to research, analyze, and to work upon. So systems are nothing but normal systems in business. Just keep in mind that all these things are for one business. Let us say this business name is ABC Corp. ABC Corp. And these are the systems or computers for this corporation. Fine. Now, what are applications? What are applications? So now we see this calculator, right? This is an application, correct? This calculator is an application. So in my system, all these are applications. You see, when I purchase my laptop, I will be getting some default applications. An application is something which is used as a supplement, right? Now calculator is there. This is a supplement. Or I also have a calculator in my I will have a physical calculator, but we also have a virtual calculator. Similarly, we will have something called converting apps, like from millimeter to centimeter and all these things, like inch to feet. All those are small applications just to help you. Okay, so Excel is an application. So what are the all the applications here? We have something called snipping tool, settings, paint. Paint is an application. So all these things are applications to help you run a business. Okay, to run a system. Coming to product. So do we have any doubt on what systems and applications are before going into products?
No, sir.
So all the apps which I have installed in my laptops are applications used for my benefit. If I as a company install those applications, those apps will be for my benefit, right? For the business benefit or an individual's benefit. We are using all the apps. Now coming to product. Product is anything. Like, I have a business, I will create a product by using the systems and applications. I will be delivering a product. For example, one product could be soap. I could use any system, any technology, anything, and any app, but my end product is soap. Similarly, even Adobe, this is a product, right? So for Adobe as a business, for Adobe as a business, Adobe After Effects 2020 is a product, correct? Okay, let me tell you once again. For Adobe as a company, this After Effects 2020 is his product. He has manufactured it or he has created it. Now, when I install this for my business, when I install Adobe for my business, that is an application and my product could be anything else. I could create a movie probably. Okay, my end product could be a movie by using Adobe After Effects. But for Adobe, the end product is what? Adobe After Effects. For me, it is an app. For Adobe, the end product could be something else. But for my business, maybe for ABC Corp, I'm using the Adobe for a movie or probably a logo for my business or just a promotion or digital marketing. End product could be anything. But the apps, whatever I use, are my applications. So now all these things are integrated with one database called which is called as data processing. All these things or all the modules are integrated in SAP via a common database. That is the beauty of SAP. Everything is related to database end of the day. So to understand this, let us see a very small example wherein we will see how are all the businesses integrated and what SAP is trying to do. Okay, by giving us a common simple solution or a simple database which will help all the businesses or whatever I'm running. For example, if I have 1 lakh people, 1 lakh employees in my company, I have different products. I have more than 150 products, 200 applications. I have a very big business, but my database is same. So how did SAP try to achieve this? Let us see in the next example. First, we will see a very simple example and then we will go to big examples. Now, I have a TV shop. I have a small TV shop and my display of the TV. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, is anyone trying to talk? Any doubts?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, I thought someone was calling. Okay, are we okay till now or am I going fast?
No, sir. It's fine.
Okay, so now let us see this example from scratch. So this is my shop, guys. Okay, and in my shop, I am displaying televisions. So this is my shop, and I have how many televisions? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 televisions in my display. This is step one. Each television is 10,000 rupees. And a customer came and he has purchased two televisions. He has paid 20,000. Let us assume this is a business. I have a shop. I have a salesman and he has sold two televisions for a customer for 20,000 rupees. So now let us see. So till here, this is a common practice. Whatever we see, this is visible. So till here, this is a common practice that we know up to here. But from here on, what we need to do is, as ABAP consultants or someone from SAP, what we need to think is, how are these two television sets replaced, what happens afterwards? After the person goes, after this customer leaves, what happens? So I will tell you what are the things which will happen. The first thing what will happen is, in my bank account, I will have 20K that day. In my bank account, I will have 20,000 on that day. First thing, correct? Second thing, I have to replace two TV or purchase two TV from a vendor. I will have to replace these two televisions or purchase or replace, whatever it is. Now, each television for me is 5,000. What is my profit here after selling two televisions? How much is my profit after selling two televisions?
10,000 rupees.
So I got 10,000 rupees for these two transactions. So until here it is fine. I'm happy. Now after 1 month what will happen is, so this is for that particular day. But after 1 month what will happen is, on first I need to give salary to my sales guy, service mate, which is called SCS in SAP. I have to pay someone salary, service mate. I have to purchase TV from my vendor. I have to pay room rent, electricity. I have to spend on electricity, and then probably some marketing. So I need to use my 10,000 effectively so that I will pay less to sales. I mean, effectively to sales. I will have the affordable service mate, and I will have the trusted vendor, so that he'll give me for 5,000 every time. I should have an optimal place where the rent is low, but there is enough traffic so that I can pull new customers. Electricity bill is also there. Marketing is also there. So now, after all these things, probably my profit is not 10,000 per TV. It is somewhat less. This is my profit. So this is for one business model. Now, this is also plain. Fine. In SAP, how do we see this is, all the employees come under HR module. Sales come under sales and distribution. Purchases come under PP or MM. Okay. We call the purchase order. All these things come under MM. How many modules are covered here? There are approximately purchase, sales, human resource, and also there is one more very important department in every business, which is called finance. And for some companies it is also control. Finance and control. So this television setup is for new people, and until here this box is for people who are in SAP, and for ABAPers, for us, end of the day it is HR table. HR table, okay. PA 00000 is a table, and PA 30 and 40 are the transaction codes for that. For sales, it is VA01, VBAQ, VBEP are the tables, and for MMR purchase, the tables are EKKO, EKPO, ME23N, 22N, 23N. So these are the transaction codes. And for finance, I don't know the transaction because we don't deal with finance, but the we have some finance tables, which I'll tell you in the future once we get into that finance. So this is more or less like a ABAPers point of view. Like we need to know which tables is the data coming into. Okay, when will the data come into those particular tables? So in this example, the data will come into that particular tables whenever there is a transaction. Whenever there is a transaction, the amount goes into finance table, number of quantity goes into some other table, the count goes into some other table. So one transaction will go and sit in different tables for one transaction. I need to purchase, I need to sell, I need to check the finance. Okay, so this is one thing. And HR table, when does they get filled? For example, if my employee, my sales guy, he has resigned and I need to hire another person. Now, whenever I fire this guy or this guy leaves, I need to update the table. I need to update the HR tables. And whenever there is a new guy joining, I need to add that person into my databases. So every transaction, end of the day, is hitting only one table. Now that's the beauty of SAP. There could be n number of transactions, n number of people joining, people leaving. Everything is under one belt in SAP ABAP. So this is a common table for all the modules in SAP. So that is the benefit here. Okay. This is a common database approach. And all the transactions are happening real time. Hello. Yeah, yeah. Please. Real time. Retire. So this we are calling real time three-tier architecture, or in other words, we call SAP R3. So now SAP we understood, real time also we understood. What is real time? Real time is updating the databases at real time so that whenever I see another table, all the data is already there. I can already see that whenever someone is selling a TV, my finance department will have that 10,000 in their bank account in real time. So all the transactions are happening in real time. And whenever another department guy opens and see the database, he will be seeing the data then and there. So until SAP and R, are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we will see what is three. What is a three-tier architecture? So can I remove this? Okay. Now what is three-tier? So how many of you are using laptops and how many of you are using desktops currently?
I'm using laptop, sir.
So you're using a laptop, and what about the other person? Are we using laptops or desktops? Okay, that's fine. So usual architecture of a laptop would be one single box. All the hardware, software, everything is under one box, and everything is integrated. And if I have to change anything, or like a RAM increase or something, I'll be able to replace the RAMs in the laptop. Correct? And also, if I have to add another hard disk, probably I'll be connecting it with an external source. Am I right? 1 TB or something. So this is the structure of a laptop. It has a monitor, it has a keyboard setup, and we have a place where we can connect the mouse if we want. I mean external mouse, or we have the pad here. Okay, mouse pad in the laptop itself. And hard disk is a bit of a concern in laptops, because in systems we can replace the hard disk with 1 TB, but in laptop it is a bit tough. But we can always expand it to 1 TB, and then we can add another source for data. Correct? For laptops. Is it the same for desktops as well? For desktops, what all we have? We have a monitor, we have a CPU setup, or the tower which we call, and then we have keyboard and mouse. So in this CPU, what we do, we try to increase the RAM whenever we need, right? So what all customizations can we do in the CPU or the tower? RAM, graphic card, hard disk. These are the three things which we change often, correct? To play games or for better performance or for our educational purposes as well. We do all these things. And also this monitor, we change from a old monitors to LEDs, correct? We change these to LED monitors, na? Because initially when we were studying, we have the big monitors, but now everything is a sleek monitor, 32-inch sleek monitors with curved display and everything, so that for a better viewing or better performance. So why am I talking about all these things is, even in SAP, what they did, they have divided its system into three parts. Okay, one they are calling as presentation server. One they are calling presentation server. One they are calling application server. Now this is called database server. Presentation servers are nothing but whatever we see in the desktop or wherever we are using the SAP application. Like for example, if we look into this logo, GoToMeeting logo, where am I using this GoToMeeting icon? This is my presentation server. This is my presentation server. So how much is the memory for this icon? Probably very less. The memory consumption of this icon is just 2.15 KB, but whenever I double click on this icon and then I open this application, GoToMeeting application, this application server could be somewhere else and not here. We are just using the icon from GoToMeeting. Similarly, even in SAP, they will give us an icon or the SAP software. Are we able to see this logon, SAP logon pad, guys? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now this is the presentation server. The presentation server logo or the application is very small, very small. They want us to connect this to a server which is called as an application server, so that all the calculations, reports and everything whatever we do, those are taken care in the application server. So for me, the application server name is S4 HANA 2022. Okay, now we know what is a presentation server, and we know what is an application server. Application server is nothing but the system which this SAP logon points to. The server where this SAP logon points to. If to be even clear, we use Gmail application in our day-to-day life. We use Gmails, right? So this application server, where is the server? We don't know, to be honest. But I am using in my laptop, I am using this Gmail. But where is this connected? We don't know. Correct? We will not know, no? Is it in California? It could be in London, Paris, wherever. So they are connected with an application server. Now, what about the database, guys? Everything is database, right? In this world, every application runs for database. So now what SAP is telling is you can use Oracle or any other database of your choice, so that it will not impact the presentation server GUI or the application server. It has detached all the systems into three beautiful parts which are in sync all the time. Now SAP what is telling is, whatever, wherever you want to install the SAP logo, you install. Now install and point it to the application server, so that all the calculations are made in the application. So whatever data you want, let application server go to database, request a query, and then bring back the database to the application server, and then display the same thing for the presentation. Simple. So now the direction is, it will go like this. It will go like this. Initially the first request, so the first request came from the presentation to the application server. Now that application server in return calls the database server. Now it took the request and it will process, give all the data, and it is passing to the application server. and from application server we are pushing the data to the presentation server. So this is the cycle, whatever is there in SAP. So this is three tier architecture wherein three tiers are presentation server, application server, database server, or in other words we can call them presentation layer, application layer, and database layers. So these are the three tiers. Now when they have separated these two with database, now we have got the flexibility to add another database and replace all these things called SAP HANA. HANA is a database, latest database, and all the applications are on HANA database only from 2023 or 2024. All those applications are on HANA database only, because initially what happened is SAP used to rent databases from other vendors, it seems, from Oracle or something. But now it has its own proprietary self custom made database only for SAP customers, and that's called HANA. Very powerful, very fast, very efficient. People are moving to HANA rapidly. Okay, it will be very good. The future is very good in HANA database. It's very fast. So how did this happen? Because SAP has separated all the three layers from 1970 to what it is doing is it has initially R2, real time two to architecture. Slowly it has moved to R3. Slowly. But any change will take some time. Okay. All the changes will take some time, and it took some time to come to this architecture level. So are we okay with this until here, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now we have covered ERP and also we have covered SAP. Now we will see what is this ABAP. ABAP is a programming language, okay, but is it a programming language for everyone? Like, if I have to write some code and develop some mobile applications, will I be able to do this? The answer is no. Will I be able to make websites with SAP ABAP? No. ABAP is a proprietary, custom made programming language only for SAP consultants. That is the reason we are calling this SAP ABAP, because in business what will happen is there are 88 modules in SAP or more than that, in which we have seen some modules like HR, PP, QM, SD, MM, transport management. So there will be a lot of modules in SAP, and we as an ABAPers, we have to help all the business with reports, interfaces, conversions, enhancements, forms. There will be requirements wherein we will, as an ABAPer, create reports, do interfaces, do interface programming, help the functional consultants for conversions, help the functional consultants and the business to do some enhancements in the existing SAP software, and also create some forms. So now, what is a report? Report is a simple tool, or a simple what do we call? See, a report is a simple tool which displays some data from database after some calculations or filtration. So one quick example is, if my customer is asking me how many days will it take to move coconut from India to Canada, give me a report of all the goods which are moved to Canada in 5 years. So sometimes what will happen is business will ask us different questions like how many days will it take to move one product after sales to reach my place or different countries. Now they want a detailed report on all the functionality. See, they want a detailed report on what are all the goods moved, or they could have a query where is stock aging. If I have a stock and the shelf life of each stock could be like 3 days, 15 days, 80 days, etc. He wants a report which says my stock after purchase will be good for 3 days, my stock will be good for 15 days, my stock will be good for 80 days, and whenever I run the report it should display like this: product 1, today's date, product 1, shelf life, and then expiry. We need a report like this. So here we need to write if the good is expired, not expired, when is the last date of the good, so that he will consume it quickly or he will throw away. So this is one kind of report. Is the example clear, or shall I tell it once again? Can I repeat the example once again, or are we okay
Yes,
with
sir.
this?
Please
Okay,
repeat it, sir.
I'll repeat the example. So, for example, my client is a pharma guy. Okay, the client is a pharma guy, and he has taken 5 products from us. What he is asking is every day he will run this report to check if the product is expired. If not expired, when is the last date of this? So the 5 products I have is A, B, C, D, E. Let us see like this: or product 1, product 2. So I have 5 products, and it has expiry of 15 days, 60 days, and probably 46 days, 90 days, and probably 120 days. And he has purchased this product. When did he purchase? Let us put October 1st. He purchased the product. He purchased all the products. So the client has purchased 5 products from us on October 15th, guys, and the shelf life is this. So today he is running a report. Today is what? 27. 2023 is the date today. Now today he is running the report and he want to see if he can consume this product one or not. So what is the answer? Will he be able to consume the goods today? This one, this product will be able to consume today? Yes or
No.
no? No. That is the answer he wanted. What about this? Will he able to consume?
Yes, I can.
Remaining all the products he will be able to consume. So now he wants a report like this. He will give us a logic. He was give us a logic. What? Where can we get the details of the products? Where can we get the shelf life of the products? And then these two are from the database. This column we are adding as an ABAPer customized. This is not, this field will not be there in the database. This yes, no, and all. This field, this date field, this will be not there. The only things which we have is these two details we have. And after here, if he wants how many more days it has, how many more days is left. Now we will do a small calculation saying that if it is no, we will put NA, and if it is yes, we will have to tell them how many more days do I have to consume this one. So what do you think? 27 days already passed, na? Just to be specific, 33 more days are left for this product. Mostly 19 days for this one, and similarly number of days. So now he will open this. He will give me only these two details on how to fetch the data, and the rest are, he will say like this. Now he will consume it, and also he will also probably need in future that how much stock is left, because he has purchased only one stock. If he has purchased two stock and he has consumed already one, how much is left? So the requirements will be not this simple, but I'm just giving you a small flavor. Okay, so this is some kind of a report. And in reports we have two types of reports which are called classic reports and interactive reports. and ALV oops. We will be seeing all the four types of reports in our classes. Now coming to the interfaces. Interface program is something which an external communicates with SAP. Could be SAP to SAP or non-SAP to SAP. How do we communicate with SAP systems? Apart from this system, how do we communicate with different systems? So that is the question. So those are called as interface programming. We have something called business application programming interfaces called BAPIs, and also there are different interfaces like A11 and also DMS server interface. I mean there are a lot of interfaces, IDOCs, intermediate documents, everything. I mean they are all tools and technology to help other systems communicate with SAP. Two-way, we can communicate with other systems will be able to communicate with us. So it is a two-way communication, and those all the communications will be dealt with interfaces. Okay, we will also see what is a BAPI, what are RFCs, remote function calls, and this is application server. Conversions. Whenever we talk about conversions, what I want to make sure is my business was started 20 years back. My business. Can I remove this, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so my business has started 30 years back, and now I want to move to SAP. I would like to move to SAP, but initially I have some other software called Ramco. So the difference would be all the data from Ramco I need to extract, keep it in my system, and from this system I need to convert to the tables or the protocols which SAP is setting me. Because the other ERP would have separate protocols, other field names and everything. Correct? The table names are different, na? End of the day, the field names are different, table names are different, columns are different. The data, all the data will be downloaded to Excel or notepads, and these data has to be moved to SAP through conversions, or in SAP terms we call them BDC, batch data conversion. So this one we have two methods called session methods and also all transaction methods. We have different methods to convert the data from one format to another format to help business move the data or move the legacy data usually, okay, from one system to another system. So this is nothing but the conversions. Session or transaction. Now enhancements are simple, they are nothing but changing or modifying existing software, existing SAP software. We are changing or modifying the existing software, which is called enhancement. There are 20% chances that as an ABAPer we also need to modify something which is called an enhancement. This is a simple topic where we change or we add buttons to the existing screens. Like for example, if I have to show you, for example, this is a standard transaction which SAP has already given me. Now, whatever we have here, create business partner, person, organization, group. Now, my business or my client says ki, dear SAP consultant, kindly give me an option to add another radio button here in the pop-up so that if not a person, if not an organization, if not a group, there is something called alias, like on behalf. Because if the person is not available, I want someone on behalf of this person to enter the transaction. So what we do, we add one more button in this existing pop-up. So that is nothing but enhancement. Enhancement is anything which we change the existing, correct? So in our lives also we do different enhancements, right? Like, can anyone give me a small example of what enhancements have you done till now? Any enhancement is fine. Any example is okay. Non-SAP examples, anyone? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Any example is fine if you are okay with this. We enhance bikes, right? We enhance our vehicles with different
Yes, sir.
tires or something, maybe short handles and all. And also we enhance the phone with a good back cover, probably.
Yes, sir.
Because in standard phone, we will not get back cover and Gorilla Glass. Maybe I'm just assuming if they are not getting the Gorilla Glass, we will put the glass covers and also the back covers. Similarly for bikes, if we want to have a short handle or I need a good silencer, I will enhance or else I will put stickers. This is also one kind of an enhancement. Existing, I mean modifying or changing anything in the existing will come under enhancement in SAP. So coming to forms, there are two types of forms: smart forms, group forms. These forms are nothing but whenever we purchase anything from anywhere. I mean, see, anywhere we go, we will get a bill, right? Whatever we do, and if you go to some shopping mall, we have an invoice where I will have the order number, goods purchased. Consider this is an invoice. What are the things which will have an invoice? We have a logo, right? We will have a logo. We will have the shopping mall name. We will have the shopping mall address, and we will have the items, order number, who purchased, who has paid the bill. है ना? So all these things come under forms in SAP. Mostly for invoices. We will be doing some smart forms from scratch. Some are already there. We can just modify in scripts, or we can customize it the forms according to the client suggestion or the business requirements. So forms are simple. Forms are nothing but invoices. For any business, an invoice is compulsory. So do you know any business which is not giving invoices?
Like roadside
Hmm.
food supplying businesses.
Those people does not have an invoice, so they are not paying something called as the GST or CGST. But whenever we are providing invoice, we need to make sure that the client is also paying GST, CGST, IGST, central, state, international, SGST. So they have to pay tax based on the state, and this invoice will make sure that who is the person paying, how much is he paying, what is the tax involved. If it is a salt, salt is tax free. Salt is always tax free, and other people, other commodities like soya bean, or chemicals, all those are taxable. So we also need to mention the tax codes here: M0, M2, M3, or if it is an RC vendor, return customer, RC vendor, a tax should be mentioned, or if it is a RM, or if it is M2. So all the tax protocol should be there in this invoice, and the business will give us from where do we fetch the data. We just have to show the data in these forms. All the data will be given. We will have to write a program and then create this form. So this is it with the demo for this session, and I would like to ask if you have any doubts, anything. Ma'am will give you the syllabus, okay? And once we are good, we can start the classes. And I would like to know the preferable timings.
Sir, is it like from basics, or is it for people who have already experience in SAP knowledge?
This is for complete freshers from scratch.
Okay, sir.
This is a basic level training from scratch. You will learn all the
Okay,
concepts till you are
okay, sir.
comfortable writing your own programs and become an independent ABAP consultant.
Yes, sir. Like I am from mechanical BTech background, sir, and have light exposure to Python coding,
Okay.
very basic. So, can I learn it on my own with
Yeah,
teachings
sure.
from here?
Yeah, you can do that. That's okay. Most of the people are from different backgrounds, and we want people who are willing to learn, because we
Mm.
will make sure that we will give all the transfer all the knowledge whatever we have, for your benefit, and we would like to be make you an independent ABAP consultant so that you will write code and everything on your own.
Yes,
Yeah, we have trained a lot of people as well, so don't worry in that thing. We will be helping you for the next 90 days. Okay.
okay, sir.
And this is from scratch level training, and we will make sure that you will also are one of the best consultants out there. No problem, you can make sure.
Oh, okay, sir.
Yes. And what are the preferable timings for you?
Uh, Anything is fine, sir. In the mornings, or like, are you asking in whether if in conduct in morning or evening?
I'm just asking, or you can discuss with ma'am as well, that is fine. So whatever timings you are comfortable, just tell me, or if we are okay with 10 o'clock also, that is also fine.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So this is
Okay,
also
sir.
fine. Whatever is there, talk to ma'am from Avina and let me know.
O-
Okay.
Okay, sir.
And take the syllabus also from there, and any doubts just ping me, I will be available. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Even if in the evening also, if you have any doubts in the syllabus on what will be covered and everything, I think I have covered most of the things whatever all covered. But if you also want some other things also, you can just call me. And madam, if he has any doubts, no, you can contact me and put in conference. Okay, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Okay, that's fine. So Deepak, if even if you have any doubts now, you can call
I've
This
asked you that.
conference
you
will
have
now
to
be